My name is Evelyn Harper. I'm 65, a retired CFO, and this is the story of how I learned that real love sometimes requires the hardest boundaries. It all exploded at my grandson's 6th birthday party. My son, Michael, 42, is a structural engineer. Steady, kind, always had a solid spine until his wife Lauren came along 7 years ago. Lauren, 38, left her advertising job to be a stay-at-home mom. She's charming in public, but behind closed doors, she's one of the most calculating people I've ever met. They have 2 kids, Ethan, 6, clever and affectionate, and little Mia, 3, still too young to grasp the adult chaos swirling around her. My daughter Claire, 45, a trauma surgeon, has been my anchor through everything. She's married with a 9-year-old son, Noah. Then there's my longtime attorney and wealth manager, Robert Klein, 58, who's handled our family's finances for 2 decades. 4 years ago, I lost my husband Paul to cancer after 44 years together. We built substantial wealth through smart careers and investments, millions in assets, properties and accounts. Paul trusted me completely to manage it all. I've always believed handing adult children unlimited cash destroys their drive and sense of responsibility. So when each grandchild was born, I created irrevocable trusts, $275,000 each for Ethan, Mia and Noah, locked until age 25 for education, a first home, or starting a business. I named myself sole trustee with complete discretion to release funds early, only for true emergencies or approved needs. No one else could touch them. When Michael married Lauren, they were stretched thin. I covered $35,000 toward their extravagant wedding they couldn't afford. I thought it was a one-time gift. Instead, Lauren treated it as a starting bid and went bigger, more guests, fancier details. I let it slide. After Ethan arrived, childcare ate their budget. I paid $2,200 monthly for 2 years, over $50,000 total as a gift. When Mia came, Lauren chose to stay home, and their income dropped sharply. I stepped in again, uncovered insurance gaps on medical bills, stocked their pantry during lean months, funded family trips so the kids could make memories. Over 7 years, the total help exceeded $135,000, all outright gifts, never loans, never tracked to hold over them. But the grandchildren's trusts, those stayed sacred and separate. 2 years ago, Lauren's demeanour shifted. She dismissed my suggestions as outdated, restricted visits to strict schedules, and treated me like an outsider needing clearance. Michael grew distant, shorter calls, cancelled dinners, always exhausted. Claire pointed it out plainly one night. "Mom, she's cutting him off from us. This isn't normal." Lauren's social media glowed with their perfect life, but the walls were rising. Then came the rules. No surprise visits, no excessive gifts. Once I arrived with a science kit Ethan begged for, Lauren blocked the door claiming a family, only time, while the TV flickered inside. The breaking point arrived at Ethan's birthday in early fall. Lauren insisted I come only for cake. At precisely 3:00 p.m., I arrived on time with Claire and Noah, bearing the exact Lego engineering set Ethan had dreamed about. Lauren greeted me with a brittle smile. Right on schedule, Evelyn. The house buzzed with kids, but none from Michael's side. No cousins, no aunts, just Lauren's circle. Michael hovered in the kitchen, looking drained and detached. Ethan ran to me, beaming, and squealed over the gift. Lauren interjected, "So thoughtful, Evelyn." "We asked for simpler items this year. He has too much already." After cake, she pulled me into the hallway. The warm facade vanished. "We need to discuss limits, Evelyn. Your constant involvement is overwhelming. The money, the opinions, the hovering. It's done." I was stunned. "I've barely seen them lately. I followed your exact instructions today." "This isn't just today," she snapped. "You use cash to steer our choices. We don't need it anymore." Michael's raise changed everything. Stop the gifts. Stop the advice. Stop trying to buy the kids' love. And those trust. We're taking over. They're our children. We'll manage their money. Money. I felt the air leave my lungs. Those are protected for their adult futures. That's why I'm trustee. "I don't care about your intentions," she hissed. "Hand over control, or you'll see Ethan and Mia only when we decide. Push back, and you won't see them at all." She spun away, rejoining the party like nothing happened. I found Claire, whispered we were leaving, said quick goodbyes to a heartbroken Ethan, and walked out. In the car, hands trembling, I called Robert. I freeze Ethan's and Mia's trusts. No access, no changes, nothing without my in-person signature. He didn't hesitate. Done by Monday. Those documents are bulletproof. Claire listened as I recounted the confrontation. Her anger matched mine. The next Monday, I signed the lockdown papers at Robert's office. Accounts sealed, bank alerted. Any attempt to challenge would trigger immediate response. 10 days later, Michael called, voice heavy. Mum, can I come over? He arrived alone, looking wrecked. Lauren told me what she said. I didn't agree with the delivery, but she's right about the trusts. We're the parents. It should be our call. I stayed calm. Those funds are for Ethan and Mia at 25, when they're ready to build lives. Handing control now risks it vanishing on temporary needs that never get repaid. I've seen it destroy families. His face reddened. You think we'd rob our kids? That's insulting. I'm saying temptation is real, I replied. And 3 days after her ultimatum, you contacted Robert to switch trustees. That tells me plenty. He blanched, grabbed his coat, and left. 2 days later, a text from an unknown number. We know you froze it. That money is for our kids. Unlock it or say goodbye to them forever. I forwarded it to Robert and my attorney, blocked the sender. Claire later shared intel from Michael's cousin. Lauren and Michael were house hunting, took a luxury property in a top district. They needed a huge down payment and planned to raid the trusts once control shifted. It had never been about boundaries. It was always about cash for their upgrade. 3 weeks on, they came together. Lauren tried calm reason. We need temporary access for a great opportunity. We'll repay with interest. It's for the kids too. Better schools, safer area. I met her eyes. The trusts stay untouched until the children are 25. Period. Her mask cracked. You're punishing us because we don't want your control. I placed a folder on the table, records of every dollar given over 7 years, her threatening text, bank logs of their access attempts. I've given freely from love. No repayment asked, but this stops now. No more help. The trusts remain frozen. Access to the kids continues reasonably, or we go through court. Lauren exploded, stormed out. Michael followed silently. Months later, the dream house fell through without the down payment. Tensions boiled. Michael eventually appeared alone, broken but clear-eyed. I'm sorry, Mom. You were right. Lauren's obsession was status, appearances, not the kids. She isolated me for years, pushed for more money, blamed you when things failed. I asked for counselling. She refused. I'm filing for divorce. I'll fight for shared custody and rebuild with you, if you'll have me. Tears came. I've always been here, Michael. The divorce was ugly. 8 months of battles. Lauren demanded high support and primary custody, tried painting me as the villain. But the evidence spoke. Manipulation, threats, trust fund schemes. The judge awarded 50-50 custody and limited her financial claims, noting she could work. Today, a year later, Michael has his own place. The kids thrive with therapy and regular time with me, no strings. The trust remains secure for their futures. Money exposes character like nothing else. Those accounts weren't just savings. They were shields against selfish choices. Freezing them wasn't revenge. It was protection. Lauren revealed her hand. I refused to fold. Love sometimes means saying no, even when it hurts, to safeguard the vulnerable from impulses they can't yet see. Boundaries aren't cruel. They're the deepest form of care. If this hits home, share your own story of a tough boundary that ultimately protected someone you love.